I got about 30 minutes. This stream is limited to 30 minutes. Happy 4th of July. My computer is, or Daniel here. I'm gallantly streaming. Yes, for America. Yes. Gosh, I don't know how to do that joke right. Who knows? It doesn't have to be a joke. That's true. Because it's kind of interesting that those lyrics talk like that. But like literally people these days actually do streaming. Yeah, instead of like the flag or like something even kind of uh figurative language. Um we're actually literally gallantly streaming today. Oh, God bless. Do you have a flag or anything? No. But at my house, yes. Um what does that mean? What are ramparts gallantly streaming? Wow. Um uh well, we're gonna find out right now. Do we have to look up the lyrics or something? Yes. Um Over the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Um uh what in the hell does that even mean? Well, okay, fair enough. What are ramparts? Fortifications, like a wall? Oh, okay. We watched the fort. And what was gallantly streaming? The fort? What does streaming mean besides the new modern definition? Flowing. Uh were people flowing over the ramparts? Um from the ramparts? I'm trying to understand this actually. This is a song I've known my whole life, but right now I'm confused because what does it mean to have um what is gallantly streaming? Like whose broad stripes? Okay. So they're talking about the flag. Oh, I see. So don't read this part. Remember, this part is part of this part right here. So whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we watched, which were like in wartime, the flag was gallantly streaming, which means it was flowing in the air. Oh, got it. So they're talking about the flag and the banner the whole way through. And it is this flag that was gallantly streaming. And now we are streaming on the computer or even on our phones or even whatever you use for a TV broadcast. Streaming, this live stream stuff is basically, yes, there is like a large flow of data coming in and out, actually. Yeah, so that makes sense too, actually. You can gallantly stream on the live stream. Or, well, I was trying to get a flag, actually. I kind of lost my train of thought here. I was looking for a flag. How about a American flag GIF or something for today? Do we have any good ones? That's one right there. I want that one. Can I have this? Which one? Ah, I don't know. That looks awesome. um, I don't know. Um, what's this one? No. What's this one? I don't know. Why are you doing this? Because I want to put this on my live stream. Which one though? This one. I want this one from Tenor. We'll take that one. Save image. Right. All right. So now you do this, or you go to image, and I think we'll be able to do this. It should be in my picture. No, downloads. There we are. All right, cool. All right, so I can do this. That fits the screen, and then oh, that's cool. Well, was it just a talk stream or something? No, no. I passed the time till 11, so I can go eat a hamburger with my family. I'm hungry. Oh, sorry, America. I'm grateful for Independence Day, though. I think I know why. I guess Independence Day was on 1776, the year 1776. We declared independence from Great Britain in the war. What war was it, though? I don't know. Technically, I don't know what war it was. What war was it? Hold on. Um, what war was it? Well, it was the American Revolutionary War, right? Um, uh, and yeah, I know the history. I took um 11th grade history, so I know a lot about this stuff, but it's just I don't remember it all the time, so don't think I don't already know it. You know what I mean? I just don't keep up on it, and it's not something I. It's not that it's not important. It's just something I can probably look up and it'll still be there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, um, I'm trying to get this all sorted out where I put um a color correction. You can't see what I'm doing right now, but I'm trying to show you what I'm doing. See if I do that, now you can kind of see what I'm doing. Right. So on images, on the image, you click on it, right, and then go to filters. And on filters, you can increase the opacity. And so you can still see it. It looks good, but you can kind of see what I'm doing in the background. All right. So, well, it looks like the um okay, let's read this little snippet right here. It says the American Revolution, also called the US War of Independence, was the insurrection fought between 1775 and 1783, through which 13 of Great Britain's North American colonies threw off British rule to establish the sovereign United States of America, founded with the Declaration of Independence in 1776. On July 4th, by the way. Right. The Declaration of Independence took place on July 4th, last time I checked, which is why we use this day as our Independence Day. So let's look if we can find the Declaration of Independence. I'll turn the flag off if you need to see it better. Here we have some, and it should say July 4th. It says, in Congress, July 4th, 1776, a declaration by the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress assembled. John Hancock signed it. So I believe, yeah, we're not going to read that right now. It's not, I don't have that much time. I only have like 20 more minutes. Do you want to read the whole thing? Sure. Oh, good Lord. Are you serious? Sure. If you don't mind, hold on a minute though for me. You want to see Danny? I'm here. Want to say hi to me? I don't show up very much. Where am I? I don't know. I'm sorry you can't see me. It wasn't meant to be. I'll be right back. All right. You guys seriously want me to read this whole thing? Sure. All right. Lord Almighty, here we go. The Declaration of Independence, a transcription. In Congress, July 4th, 1776, the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in course of human events, it becomes necessary for one of the people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitled them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with these certain unalienable rights. I say inalienable, but they say unalienable rights. That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of justice. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain, is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over the states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. He has refused to assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance, unless suspended by their operation till his assent should be obtained, and when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He has refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish the right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. He has called together legislative bodies at places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of the public records, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with many manly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people. He has refused for a long time after such dissolutions to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative powers, incapable of annihilation, have returned to the people at large for their exercise, the state remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of the invasion from without and convulsions within. He has endeavored to present the population of these states for that purpose, obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither, and raising the conditions of new appropriations of lands. He obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their offices and the amount of payment of their salaries. He has erected the multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat their substance. He has kept among us in times of peace standing armies without consent of our legislatures. He has affected to render the military independent of and superior to the civil power. He has combined the others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, giving his assent to their acts of pretended legislation, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in the neighboring province established therein by arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies, for taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our governments, for suspending our own legislatures and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burnt our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He is at this time transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the works of death, desolation, and tyranny already begun with circumstances of cruelty, perfidy, scarcity paralleled in the most barbarous ages and totally unworthy of the head of a civilized nation. He has constrained our fellow citizens, taken captive on the high seas to bear arms against their country, to become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or to fall themselves by their hands. He has excited domestic insurrections among us, and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers the merciless Indian savages whose known rule of warfare is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. No, nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our immigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and consanguinity. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace friends. We therefore, the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do in the name and by authority of good people in these colonies solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other's lives and our fortunes and our sacred honor. John Hancock. I think that's what it says at the end normally. Last time I checked, it normally has John Hancock's signature or something similar. And he's considered president of whatever that was just written. I'm not sure if he would be considered president of the United States at that time because it had just been founded. Oh, right. So this the history of America is very complicated, actually. It may say president on some of these images, but let's look up John Hancock. Was he ever president? He was. I don't believe he was actually. I'm just going based on what I think. No, he wasn't. He was just a congressman. Oh, yeah. He he served as president of the Second Continental Congress. Oh, well, that's why it says president on there. Yeah. So anyway, um, yeah, I didn't think he was president actually, though. No, he was never actually president of the United States of America. This was before George Washington. This was in 1776, and George Washington was president at 1789, which was a few decades later, right? Or a decade or two later, almost 2 decades later, about 15 years, right? So that's when the 13 colonies finally became the United States of America. And at the time, they were independent states. With the Declaration of Independence on the 4th of July is actually just our declaration from Great Britain to say that we are now independent states with plural. So that we were plural, but then the colonies, which were also called states, became a unified body of its own country, which was wise because otherwise we would have had multiple different countries throughout the United States of America instead of have one entire country, which is pretty awesome. I think they made the right choice, even though we are kind of big enough to be quite a few different countries, to be honest. But if you think about it that way, not to be rude or anything, but we have so many different laws in each individual county. Each county might as well be its own country. Yeah, because things get kind of weird these days. We're rarely divided, and I don't think that's the right way to go. I'd rather see more federal law blanket the United States instead of more individuality and sec- it would definitely cause a rift in our American way. The American way would change forever if we got rid of our federal laws and our unification under the same flag. That federal law is the only thing that really binds us at the moment. If we get rid of that, we're literally going to divide into little tiny pieces, and we're not going to be the same country ever again. We're not going to be America anymore if we get rid of our federal stuff, because that is the fabric that holds us together. Besides our flag, that's the only thing that really holds us together. Otherwise, if we just do independent whatever the heck we want in each individual county, we're going to be the divided states of America, and then it won't just be the divided states; it will be the divided counties of the of whatever North America. The divided North American counties is what we should call each other. To be honest, that's what it will be, and it's sad because we already have 50 states. That's complicated enough. Now we're going to divide into little tiny pieces, each county being its own country, and it's going to get out of control. There's going to be at least 200, 300 different counties that identify as their own unique country, and it's a mess. That's a mess if you ask me, but if that's what you guys want to do, it's not my country. I mean, it is, but I'm not in charge of it. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. But I think it'll be the death of our nation as we know it. Yeah. If that's what we're headed towards, it's going to be gross. And it's going to be sad. And I'm going to be sad because I'll be like, oh God, I'm part of Los Angeles County. I can't believe I'm here. I don't even want to be here, literally. Like, I'm sorry, Los Angeles County. If you became a country, I don't want to be a part of it. I'm sorry. Like, for real, I'm out of here. You guys suck balls, dude. I'm serious. I'm not joking. It's not even funny. I think it sucks balls here. Like, just going from place to place, we got the highest homelessness problem in the whole country, in the whole North of America. Our Los Angeles city has the highest rate of homelessness and poverty in the whole country of the United States of America. Why should I be proud to be here? I'm not proud to be here. It's sad. It's sad. And if that is my country, I'm out. I'm walking out. I'm walking to freaking San Bernardino County, literally. Going somewhere else. I'll be homeless in San Bernardino County rather than here, because here they don't give a shit about you. You're just another hobo. In San Bernardino, they might be like, oh, poor Daniel. Don't be homeless, Daniel. I know, right? So thanks, San Bernardino County, for being there for me. I appreciate you. Goodbye. See you later, Hollywood. You Holly weird place, because you are weird. I don't like you. To be honest, Los Angeles County sucks. It's both too strict and also not strict enough. It's just a horrible place. It's a real mess. Like it's in disrepair. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. It's devastating. It's delinquent. It's derelict. It's disgusting. It's just gross. Los Angeles County and most of the cities they're in are on the same level, pretty much. There are some places better than others. Don't get me wrong. There's some nice places around here, but they're not here to help the rest. Nope, they don't care. The fancy place over here doesn't care about that nasty place over there. That and I don't know what the hell's going on half the time. I can't tell who's in charge of it. I don't know who's in charge. I can't tell if this is California's fault or if it's just the people who live here's fault. I don't know. apparently way really complicated because Los Angeles County is a big county. There's a lot of stuff going on, but they're not governing it well. Hey, dear USA, California, SoCal, we're like one of your biggest places. Like California is one of your best places. We we hold one of the highest profit margins that you have in your whole entire country. Why are you letting us fall apart like this, America? Are you sure you don't want to help us? Because if we fall, you're likely to fall too. It's like if New York falls apart, America's going to fall apart. If California falls apart, New York's going to fall apart, probably. So, you know, maybe help us do this better somehow. I don't know how to fix this. I'm only 34. I'm pretty sure I'm on a decline anyway, though. I'm getting old. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it any smarter than I already am. But good luck and a happy 4th of July. God damn it. I'm sorry. I love you, America, way more than I love Los Angeles County, to be honest. I hate to be a dick to where I live, but I am ungrateful to be here. I like Covina, though. It's a nice city. Anyway, see you later. Have a great day. Good luck, Los Angeles. I don't know if I can help you because seriously, I don't know if I can. I'm trying, though. I want to help you and maybe find a resolution to all this homelessness. I don't know. How do you do that, though? Oh, don't ask me. I don't know because I'm trying to figure it out, but I haven't figured anything out. So I'm not sure. See you later. Have a great day. We'll figure this out some other time. Maybe somebody else has an answer. I don't have one. I'm sorry I don't have an inventive mind for this sort of thing. I'd love to be able to just walk down there and fix Skid Row or wherever is the problem, but I can't. Sorry. I don't know. You can blame drugs, but then you can also blame not helping drug users. You know, I'm not sure what the answer is. Because you could get them all rehab, and then maybe they don't want rehab, and I don't know what to say. You can resolve that if you force everyone to go to rehab, but then that doesn't really resolve the problem, does it? No, that didn't give them housing. That didn't give them job per se. But you can try. Oh no. See, if you got brain damage, you got brain damage. I don't think that's gonna help much. Right. So anyway, um have a great day. I'm sorry to be jerk. So I hope Los Angeles County fixes its stuff up somehow. Or even Los Angeles City itself. It's not all that bad around here or there. It's not that bad. But I'd rather go to San Bernardino County probably, to be honest. I know that place better. And it just is seemingly a better place to me from my perspective. Anyway, I'm sure there are better counties out there. I'm sure there are. But why is Los Angeles County so bad, Dan? I don't even know. It's corrupt. It's ruthless. It's violent. It's dirty. It doesn't clean up its mess. It doesn't acknowledge it might be the problem. Right. It's kind of fucked up here, to be honest. It's not what I expected. I thought Los Angeles was like one of the best countries in the world, or not countries, but cities. But truth is, it's has seen better days. I think something happened. Don't ask me. I don't know. You guys work on it because I mean, just because we're all the way over here in California doesn't mean the United States of America can't help us. We could probably use your help. We need some help over here. Something bad happened. Don't know what to say. Thanks.